Indian swinging clubs, also known as the Persian meal. It's a 2 pound. These are 2 pound pair. That means each one is 2 pounds. That's 4 pounds total. You should start with 1 pound or a stick. If you look at how long they are, you want to figure out how to cut down a broomstick and make your own. Go from your middle of your finger, your middle finger, the top, to your elbow. It should be about that long. It can be longer, shorter, but that's a general rule. Your pinky finger is going to cut this ball here in the middle. So you close your hand around it. Your thumb must stay down. Don't put it there. You're going to break your thumb. Put your thumb there. And you're going to start by letting them fall behind you and pull your arms back and then swing them up toward the sky. And as you do this, you're going to pull your stomach up and in, keep your abs tight, suck in your stomach, tuck your chin a little bit, put your heels together and turn your toes out just like a duck. You're going to do this motion here for about 30 seconds as part of your warm-up. This is going to start to get all that good synovial fluid into the joints. It's going to heal up your shoulders, make you stronger, faster. You'll be able to better defend yourself or just defend yourself from old age as you work out in the garage gym. This is one of the best workouts you can do as you get older because it continues to build your strength in your hands. We know hand strength is an indicator of good health as you get older. You're holding it here in the middle. Remember those thumbs down. Second exercise, heels together, stomach up and in, abs tight, tuck your chin a little bit. You're gonna split that swing. So one hand is coming up at a time. I'll show you from the side. You're just bringing this Indian club or this Persian meal through the center line of your body, like the Iron Sheik. For those of you old folks like myself, you remember the Iron Sheik. You're bringing that up through the middle. Maybe you learned this in the military like I did. These Indian swinging clubs have been around for thousands of years. Sticks and clubs have been around since the beginning of mankind, chasing down the animal on the plain, smacking them in the head, get something to eat. It's just simple. It's a club, right? These are made out of a hard polymer plastic. You can see in the link below what these are, what they cost. They're super inexpensive. It's a good addition to any garage gym at any age, but especially if you're getting older like myself, you want to stay young, stay vital, stay strong, have healthy joints, especially your shoulders, your elbows, your wrists. A strong hand allows you to better defend yourself against a bad person or against old age. Now, your third exercise, you're going to bend your elbows, you're going to let them drop. And as you do this, notice that your hand stays closed. Don't open your hand. You're spinning it forward and you're letting the weight of the club do the work. Letting it go forward, keep your stomach up and in, abs tight. After you've done this for 30 seconds, reverse, pull it backward. Make sure these elbows are bent. You can, if you want, do straight arms. It's a little bit easier with your elbows bent. It's going to make you stronger. And as you get stronger, you're getting faster. After you've done that, you've gone forward, you've gone in the reverse, you're going to go back to your first exercise, which is this swing. You're going to add that spin down and then bring them in on the way back. I'll show you again from the side. Spinning down, bring it back. You can add a 2 or 3. Or you can keep it simple, keep it to 1. Your fourth exercise, you're going to get your legs involved. This is the bottom of your foot to the top of your head kind of exercise. It's a full body exercise. We call it functional fitness. That just means you're getting your whole body moving. You're going to separate your feet, get your feet under your body. You're going to bring these back and down into that first exercise. When your hands come up towards your ears, you're going to squat, throwing your hips behind your knees. Adding the legs into the exercise gets that heart rate up. You're going to lean out faster. You're also going to start to build some power back into your lower half. Another indicator of good health is leg strength. You need strong legs to circulate the blood to the body, get oxygen everywhere, be able to move around your environment. Now, if you can't do this because you have painful legs, don't go so deep. Just do a little squat. If you can go low, go really low. It's about as low as I'm going. And then, Next exercise, we go back to the second one that you did here, the split grip, and then you're gonna take a step out on every other one. Stepping with a lunge, notice that every time my right hand comes by or above my head, I'm stepping out with the right leg first, and then the left leg. You could always switch it up. Stepping out when it goes above the head on the left hand. There's no way to do it wrong. Taking little, small lunges to the front. You can also start to take a lunge backward. That's going to hit your knees and your quads, those muscles in the front of your body, and your big glutes a little bit differently. But it's going to get you stronger from the bottom of your feet to the top of your head. Full body exercise. And now you're properly warmed up. We're going to go into your first Indian Swing Club style exercise, which is going to be this mill. It's 3 motions. We're going to make it smooth. Smooth is going to become fast, but we're going to break it down here. Start here, palm up. Remember that thumb, don't put it there. Don't stick it in the air. Don't stick your club in the air. Comes to the side, open your elbow, cast. Bring it in, elbow, and throw it. Just don't open your hand, don't let it go. 2 pounds is enough. 1 pound is a good starting weight. You can check the link in the description or the link on the video, and that'll take you to a pair. And they might not be available where you live. You might live in a country that doesn't have Amazon or Walmart, but I guarantee you're gonna find these where you live, or make your own. I made my first pair from a broomstick cut in half and water bottle taped on the end. Put some sand or water or pebbles in that water bottle, tape it up, tape it together to the end of your stick. If you think about it, that's just a weight on the end of a stick. Think about a lever, stomach up and in, abs tight. After you've done that, you're going to go back into the reverse. So you're pulling it back, bend that elbow, bringing it through the center line of your body, like you're shielding your body. This is a weapon, by the way. This is one of the original weapons most original weapons known to man, one of the very first things. Think of the very first thing: teeth, hands, feet, knees, the headbutt. Then a man picked up a rock and smashed another man, his brother in the Bible. Smashed a man for self-defense with another rock, or because he was a bad dude. Then he needs to hunt. He picks up a stick, he ties a rock on the end of the stick. He goes out and he gets himself a bird and he eats it, or a mammal, probably not fish. But you get the drift. Clubs are just self-defense tools. These self-defense we're doing here, self-defense against getting old and rickety, getting geezer-like and giddy. Not giddy as in happy, but git, like an old git and can't move around very much. You want to be able to move well as we get older. We have to switch. We're not lifting, we're not deadlifting. You can deadlift, you can just deadlift, squat, bench press. You can do all those exercises. But if you're stuck at home or you're in the home gym, or you just want an exercise that's a little bit different, you want an ancient exercise to build old man, old woman strength, the old-fashioned way, while you're healing your shoulders. I'm not a doctor, I'm just telling you it worked for me. I used to have bad shoulders, years of abuse. I've been doing these Indian swing clubs now for at least 30 years. My shoulders have felt fantastic that entire time. Keeps them strong, keeps them lubricated, brings in new synovial fluid, which I've been told by a doctor helps to rebuild that cartilage. Now, with your heels together, abs tight, stomach up and in, tuck your chin. You're gonna bring them through the middle at the same time. In that mill, see if I can back up without smacking the garage door. Notice one time you bring the right hand in front, the next time you bring your left hand in front. You're constantly alternating, switching. Which hand goes in front? Do this 30 seconds. And now reverse. Pull it in through the middle, let it drop. Get back a little bit more so you can see what the hands are doing. Do that 30 seconds, go back to the first, and then follow it with the second hand. Doesn't matter which hand you start with either. No way to do it wrong as long as you're moving. Don't let it go. After 30 seconds, reverse it. When you can, when you start to build this workout, you want to do these traditional Indian Swinging Club exercises like the mill, and then later you can start to swing from side to side. You can throw in those motions. You can do all kinds of other things. You can do different styles of exercises with Indian Swinging Club, different kinds of mills. In the middle of each set, my recommendation to you, if you want to get your strength back, if you want to get your mobility back, if you want to get healthy again, is to throw in a set of squats and or lunges, both to the front and to the back. Throw in a squat, a set between every exercise. So do one hand, 30 seconds. Do some squats. Do the other hand, 30 seconds. Do some lunges. That's my recommendation. You do what you want to do. I'm not in charge of you. I'm not your boss. But I'm just telling you, you want to get healthy, you want to get strong, you want to get a powerful, wicked, strong grip. That's a good way to do it. You want to get your legs back again. You want to be able to have some mobility and be able to move around, go for a jog, or just get out of the way fast if somebody's coming at you. You don't want your legs to hurt so much. You don't want your knees to crack as much. You don't want your hips to be in so much pain. Get them strong again. Great thing about this is because you're throwing your hips back behind your knees. That means not like this, like this. That's gonna fire up your glutes. And we men, as we get older, for whatever reason, our glutes start to get soft and flat and flaccid. Nobody wants anything like that on their body, right? So we don't want saggy pecs and we don't want flat glutes. So throw in a bunch of those, throw in these lunges, and they don't have to be deep, they don't have to be long, just take a little bit of a step. Throw in a lot of these. If you do Filipino style martial arts, like fighting with the kali sticks, you can do your Sinawali pattern. You can do all the same things that you do with kali sticks or eskrima sticks or knee sticks. You can do those with these Indian Swinging Clubs. But start light. Don't use a heavy pair. Always use a light pair. Sorry I didn't get to see all the comments today. Anonymous Threat Music's asking about my diet. I only eat meat. I eat a lot of meat. I eat fatty meat. I eat meat, beef, bacon, butter, eggs, and then I have some ham right now. I'm eating a lot of that ham. Beef, butter, bacon, and eggs. That's my main diet. Beef, butter, bacon, eggs, lots of salt, no vegetables. For me, it works for me. Every time I go to my doctor, I go a lot because I have the Veterans Administration. Go to the VA hospital. I have all these tests. Every time I go in there, they take my blood pressure. The first couple times when I started this diet a year ago, and the nurses taking my blood pressure would say, wow. And I thought it was really bad because I was eating all that beef, butter, eggs, and cheese. I eat cheese too. And they said, no, it's the lowest I've seen. Because most people go to the VA, no offense, my veteran brothers and sisters, and they're not that healthy. And some of it's because, we all get injured in service, which is why we're there. But a lot of it is poor diet. You're eating too many processed foods. You're eating food that comes in a box or out of a bag. Potato chips, cereal, kill you. Pasta, bread, All those things here in the United States, they spray the gluten. When it says enriched flour, it's bad for, it's really bad for you. It makes you really sick. From my experience, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not a dietitian. I'm telling you what I do because you asked me, what's your diet? When I switched and I quit eating all the salads, I quit eating all of because I'd eat some broccoli, I'd eat some cauliflower, I'd eat every vegetable, I'd eat a little bit of fruit. But then and I don't like a lot of bread anyway, but I'd have a little bit of bread, I'd have a little bit of some potato chips. Now, if I want to crunch, I eat pork rinds. Pork rinds are full of collagen for your hair and for your skin and for your bones and the gristle between the bones, right? The ligaments and the cartilage. So I've been told. Again, I'm not a doctor. Do your own research. You just asked me what I eat. So I eat a carnivore diet. That's what they call it, a carnivore diet. It lives in the world of ketogenesis, trying to keep yourself on keto. I lost a dramatic amount of weight very quickly. Most of it was water weight. And then just every week, I lose a little bit of fat, just a tiny bit. Every week, I still have a little bit to go, but I'm leaner than I was for a long time. Not when I was in the Marine Corps. The Marine Corps was probably the leanest I've ever been. But since then, I'm like every other American or Western, because not just American. I can say Irishman. I can say Scot. I can say British. Oh my goodness, Great Britain. I can say Chinese. You go to China, you fly into Beijing and you get out and it's like flying into Dayton, Ohio. Everybody's sloppy dressed and the only difference is they're spitting everywhere and they're driving Buicks and BMWs and they're as fat as we are here in the United States. No offense to the Chinese. I know our obesity rate in the United States is like 7-8%. Ireland's climbing up. We were just there. We saw it everywhere. It's everywhere. But you go to Korea, South Korea, everybody's lean. You go to China or Japan, everybody's lean. And it's because they don't eat our heavily modified garbage food. In China, they do. They do in all of Europe, most of the European countries. You get lean people in on the continent. You get lean people in France. You get lean people in Italy because they're not eating the modified. They're not spraying their pasta with the gluten. You can go over there and eat croissants and eat pasta in Italy, and you'll lose some weight. Anyway, I know we're talking about Indian swinging clubs, but since you asked me. All right. Libertarian Mind says, seeing overweight Asian people is very rare. It is not if you go to China. It is not. You will be shocked. And the reason will be simple. Money. They're taking their people, they're making the money off of their consumer culture, just the same way they do that here in our consumer culture. They want us sick, fat, and close to death so they can give us all the meds and everything else. That's how their model works. But I'm just telling you, not in Korea, not in China. When I would go to Korea, I would lose weight and I'd eat like a pig. I ate everything. The food was delicious, but it was clean. That's my point. I think the reason that I lost so much weight and that my health is so good is because it has more to do with not eating the processed foods. That's the key.